They were led by Larryn Brooks, 16 points. Brooks 6 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from three-point range. Portland 38% from the game, 13 of 34, 2 of 10 from three-point range, led by Kate Anderson, the sophomore, with 10 points. Second half underway. And Weber State starting out in a 2-3 matchup zone. Here's Slaga, second on the team in scoring. Michelle Owens off a screen. Back to Slaga. Trying to dump underneath that, and a turnover to start the second half here for the Pilots. Gray quickly head in the near court. Quinn kicks it out. Aaron Brooks thought about another three. Instead, she'll hand it off to Gray. Drives a scoop shot too strong, a little bit out of control. And Quinlan with the rebound for the University of Portland. Owens drifting along the baseline. Kicks it up top to Slaga. Lost the handle. It's out of bounds. It will stay with UP. Weber State has won 7 straight meetings against the Pilots. Last matchup, a 76-37 win. December 3rd of last year. Here's Slaga driving along the baseline, hangs in the air, can't get it to go, but she will go to the line and shoot 2. And the Pilots' second leading scorer will have 2 free throw attempts. Imagine that hot first half by Weber State, 9 of 15. They are averaging 9 made three-pointers per game, 16th in the nation. They're 20th overall in made three-pointers, coming into the game at 86. And 9 more to that total. Slaga knocks down the free throw. Junior, a 75% free throw shooter. Gets it to go. Monty Welch-Coleman back into the game for Weber State. Weber State has won 2 straight coming into this one, a 76-61 win over Pepperdine and a 62-52 win over Air Force. The Pilots trying to regroup after that 73-47 loss to Boise State last week, just their second loss here at the Child Center. Here's Adams along the baseline, double teamed, and that read well by Rochelle Owens. Pilots in transition. Anderson kicks it out to Spencer. Owens thought about a 3. Now at the free throw line. Kicks out to Kate Anderson. She's going to get called for a travel, so back-to-back turnovers. 9 turnovers on Weber State. That is the 6th on University of Portland. Portland will have another game that'll be this Wednesday against St. Francis, their final non-conference game before they open up conference play on December 28th against BYU. Jumper from the wing, no good by Brianna Gray. Slaga, 3 from the wing, in and out, no good. Quinlan the offensive rebound. And another look, she'll step out, she'll fire a 3. That's halfway down and out. The ball loose, it's out of bounds. It will stay with Portland. Good offensive hustle that time by Julie Spencer. And Portland doing some work on the boards. Slight rebounding edge, 16-15 to Portland. Inbound to Quinlan, goes up strong, and she'll go to the line for 2. Adams going to get called for the foul, her second, the senior from Vancouver, Washington, just on the other side of the river. And here is Kiala Quinlan, sophomore from Roosevelt High School out of Hawaii. Kayla Watkins, the 6'2 freshman, back into the game for Weber State. Weber State right now the best overall record in the Big Sky Conference. They'll open up conference play at Idaho State on December 30th. One more non-conference game, that'll be against Fresno State, as Welch-Coleman draws contact through the lane. It's on Rochelle Owen, her first. 51-44, Weber State on top. Aaron Brooks hooks it up top. Drake thought about a 3 in the corner. Welch-Coleman will fire the 3. It's an air ball, no good. And Owens quickly the other way. Owens has a little bit of a lane, kicks it out to Anderson. Anderson on the wing. Wildcats back to a man-to-man defense. Slaga puts it on the floor on the elbow. Looking around, back to Owens, 13 on the shot clock. Owens now looking to drive, splits a double team with the right hand, can't get the runner to go. Brianna Gray with the rebound. Here's Larryn Brooks, averaging 19 points per game. Step back three, it's short, and then a late whistle. Coach Sorensen cannot believe that call. It looked like Brooks was just drifting away from her shot. So he gets called for that foul. As contact drawn in the lane that time by Drake. Third foul on Slaga. And that'll get Josie Matz up off the bench quickly, the freshman from Tacoma. Emily Drake, a junior from Pullman, Washington, tied for fourth on the team in scoring, averaging 8.4 points per game. A 68% free throw shooter, can't get the first one to go. Now last foul also on Slaga, so Slaga has to go to the bench. The Pilots' second leading scorer has 4 fouls, and the freshman Matt's back in the game. She had a good first half, 4 points and 3 rebounds. Free throw is good. Drake 1 of 2, 52-44. Here's that half-court trap by Weber State. Owens, double team, finds Anderson. Spencer along the baseline. The reverse layup is good for 2. And Julie Spencer with 2 more points. And the Pilots' leading scorer has 9 for the game. 52-46. Watkins kicks it cross court. Welch Coleman fakes the 3, now drives baseline around a screen. Back up top, Larryn Brooks, 15 on the shot clock. Anderson out to guard her. Brooks goes behind the back, hands it off. Drake for 3, in and out, no good. And finally, Weber State cooling off a little bit, but just as I say that, Larryn Brooks hits another 3. A big offensive rebound by Welch Coleman leads to a second chance opportunity. And Larryn Brooks is 5 of 7 from downtown, has her season average of 19 points already. 55-46. Weber State 10 of 17 from 3-point range for the game. Matz with a strong move to the basket. She'll go to the line and 2 shots. 58% for the game and 10 of 17 from downtown. Portland 36%. Just 2 of 12 from 3-point range. Josie Matz, the freshman from Tacoma, to the line. 6th on the team in scoring. 4th in assist. Had 17 points against Warner Pacific and gets that free throw to go. Matz just 57% at the line this season. Now 12 of 20 on the year. A couple subs in for Weber State. Kaylee Quinn checking back in, along with Dominique Williams. And Lisa Kemp, who had a nice first half for the Pilots. 6 points and 3 rebounds, back in. One more free throw here for Matz. He knocks it down, and Portland hanging around. 55-48 our score. Welch Coleman in the corner. Quinn back to Welch Coleman around the perimeter. Williams, she'll hand it off. Brooks, the former product of Indiana and Texas Tech. The first freshman in Indiana history at over 500 points her freshman year. Averaged 16 points per game that time, couldn't get the runner to go. Owens in the near court for Portland. On the elbow, now driving baseline, and a blocking foul going to be called on Welch Coleman. Not like the call. Her second foul. Matz will inbound underneath the basket. Gets it into Anderson, who had 10 points in the first half. Anderson comes to a jump stop and gets the runner to go along the baseline. A tough shot. Got it over Williams. And the sophomore from Jesuit with 12 points. Just a 5-point game. Pilots have fought all the way back. They trailed by as many as 15. Welch Coleman lost the handle, got it back. Now Brooks, top of the key, step back 3. That one's short. The rebound is loose, an offensive rebound for Williams. Quinn back out to Welch Coleman. Now Larryn. Brooks for 3. That one in and out, no good. And Brooks cooling off a little bit. She was 6 of 6 from 3-point range. Matz all the way to the basket, goes up, and a blocking foul call. Josie Matz, the freshman, being very aggressive in this game and getting rewarded. She'll go back to the line. Quinlan picks up her third, and that'll get Paulina Rodriguez off the bench. Oh, the freshman to the line. And the free throw is good. Pilots being led by Kate Anderson's 12 points. Larryn Brooks has 19 for Weber State. Lee Spencer into the game for Quinlan. And Jocelyn Adams in for Kayla Watkins. Just a 4-point game. Josie Matz back at the line. Free throw too strong. 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Pilots have fought back. Ball lobbed down low on the block for Adams. Worked around the perimeter. Quinn left baseline for three, and that's good. Kaylee Quinn knocks down her third three of the game. She's 3 of 4 from downtown, and it's a 58-51 lead for the Wildcats. Mulheim step back, thought about a three. Anderson dumps it down low. Kemp splits a double team in the paint and gets it to go. A nice move by the junior. And Kemp now 8 points off the bench. Brooks on the elbow, looking to drive. And a foul going to be called on Mulheim. Timeout on the court. Portland fighting back. It's Weber State on top of the Pilots, 58-53. You're watching Portland Pilots basketball right here on the W.TV. 58-53 our score, 4:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Weber State ball underneath the basket. The ball lobbed into Brianna Gray. Here's Larryn Brooks. Quinn. Out of Rodriguez. Portland in his zone. Turnaround by Gray from the free throw line is good. Well, after Weber State shot 83% in the first quarter and 52% in the second, they've come down to earth a little bit. 3 of 11 here in the third quarter. It's allowed Portland to get back in this game. Here's Matt's left wing in the corner. Mulheim left baseline for three, too strong. Kemp offensive rebound, the putback for 2 more. Kemp using her size at 6'2", now 3 of 3 for the game. And in double figures with 10 points. Quinn all the way to the basket. The runner is no good, but a blocking foul will be called. So Kemp joins Anderson. 2 players in double figures for the Pilots. Anderson leading them with 12 points. Weber State still being led by Larryn Brooks, 19 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 5 of 9 from three-point range, and Quinn at the line. 3 of 3 from the free throw line this season. The senior from Salt Lake City, 3rd on the team in scoring and rebounding. Gets a pair to go. He's having a nice game, 12 points for Weber State. Here's that half-court trap. Anderson's pass deflected. Spencer can't control it, and a turnover. 7th turnover by the Pilots. Quinn the other way has it blocked, but a foul will be called. That's going to go against Matz. The senior from Salt Lake City right back to the line. Quinn 13 points. She's 3 of 4 from three-point range. 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Free throw is good. Pilots trying to snap a 7-game winning streak by Weber State. They are 8-2 all time against the University of Portland. And that free throw good. Alec Quinlan back into the game for University of Portland. 64-55. Under 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Anderson. Now Matz. Matz driving all the way to the basket. Lost the handle. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Portland. Going off of Jocelyn Adams. Well, this half-court trap here by Weber State causing some fits for the University of Portland. 18 on the shot clock. Pilots inbound underneath the basket. Anderson off a screen. Off the inbounds. Gets it to go. And the sophomore from Jesuit having a big game. 14 points. 6 of 9 from the field. Here's Gray. Anderson with the strip. It'll stay with Weber State. Gray on the elbow. That is no good. Matt's top of the key. Mulheim left wing. Back to Metz, 18 on the shot clock around the perimeter to Anderson. Spencer calling for it underneath. Metz, right wing, she'll fire a three. Short. And the rebound pulled down by Weber State. Gray looking to go one-on-one on the basket and can't get the layup to go. The ball loose. Mulheim with the rebound. (64-57), 2:15 left to go in the third quarter. Mulheim, a deep three. That's no good. The ball loose. And pulled away by Larryn Brooks. The Wildcats in transition. Brooks will reset the offense. Under 2 to go here in the third quarter. And a whistle and foul is Portland going to get called. Anderson going to get called for trying to fight through the screen, her second. Only player in foul trouble right now for Portland. Slago at 4. Quinn and Drake have 3 for Weber State. As Larryn Brooks to the free throw line, can't get that one to go. He was 91% on the season, 16 of 17 coming into the game as both coaches go to the bench. That was her first free throw attempt of the afternoon. So one more from the redshirt senior from Richmond, Kentucky. And 0 for 2. Rare misses. Here's Rochelle Owens. Owens on the elbow, all the way to the basket. A bounce pass underneath for Gray. Can't get it to go. Brooks the other way. Leaves it back for Rodriguez. Deep three. Short. Out of bounds to Portland. Weber State 11 of 20 from three-point range. 55%. Now just 52% overall. Remember, they were at 81% for the game after the first quarter. Could not miss. And started 7 of 7 from three-point range. Anderson on the elbow, spinning into the paint, lost the handle, got it back, dumps it underneath. Quinlan along the baseline, turning, she's double teamed, lost the handle, and a turnover. Quick outlet for Quinn. She'll spin away from traffic, kicks it out. Drake left wing for 3, that's short. And Mulheim with the rebound. The freshman from Sunset looking to push quickly. And leaves it for Anderson. Lobs it down low for Gray on the block. Goes up strong for 2. A nice feed by Anderson. And Gray with 2 more now has 8. Gray is season high 11 points against Hawaii. And it is a 5-point lead. Here's a 3 in the corner. That's way too strong. Went way off the mark that time. And Portland looking to cut even more. Anderson around the perimeter to Mulheim. 18 on the shot clock. Mulheim back to Owens. Owens driving with the left hand. Couldn't get it to go. Good defense there by Rodriguez. And Weber State can hold for the last shot of the quarter. They lead at 64-59. Your leading scorer for the game, Larryn Brooks. All the way to the basket. The runner off the glass for 2. He now has 21. And that is how the third quarter will finish. A strong quarter by the Pilots. They're right back in this game after 3. It's Weber State on top of Portland, 66-59. You're watching 66-59 as we start the fourth quarter. Well, after Weber State shot over 60% in the first half, they're at 50% for the game, thanks to just a 23% third quarter. And Portland shooting 40% for the game. As Weber State starts with possession here in the fourth quarter. Here's Adams, goes up strong and draws contact. Weber State 23 of 46 from the field. 11 of 23 from three-point range. Portland 19 of 48, just 2 of 15 from downtown. Weber State being led by Larryn Brooks, 21 points. Kaylee Quinn with 15. As Adams at the line, and the senior from Vancouver, Washington. Just a 43% free throw shooter knocks down the first one. Portland being led by Kate Anderson, who had 14 points. 6 of 9 from the field. And Lisa Marie Kemp off the bench, 10 points. 68-59. In that half-court trap, trying to slow down Pilots' attack. Mulheim up top. Owens off a screen at the elbow. Now drifting back, 12 on the shot clock. Quinlan with 9, trying to dump underneath. Gray calling for on the block. Going up against Adams, can't finish. And then a jump ball will be called. It will stay with Portland. Good effort that time by Quinlan and Gray to follow her own shot. Rebounding edge to Portland, 29-23. It'll be Pilots ball. Mulheim will inbound. Mulheim, Gray, Quinlan, Anderson, and Owens. Anderson off the inbounds, can't get the runner to go. Gray's putback blocked that time. Adams got a piece of it, her second block of the game. Now it's 10 on the season. Welch Coleman, Larryn Brooks in the corner. Quinn thought about a 3. Quinn off a screen. Drake fakes the 3. Welch Coleman, top of the key, driving, kicks it out. Larryn Brooks, a 3. Got another one. Larryn Brooks is 6 of 10 from three-point range and has 24 points on the afternoon. She had 25 against Oregon in a 114-87 loss. His 87 points actually a season high for Weber State in that loss. And that layup is short, and here's Welch Coleman going the other way. Looking around for help, kicks across court. Brooks will reset the offense with 18 on the shot clock. Brooks off a screen. Drake. Welch Coleman driving to the basket, dumping underneath, and then a whistle. Well, I'm going to be called for the foul. Her second. Portland going to the bench as Josie Matz, Julie Spencer, and Slaga checks back in. Slaga's been on the bench, spent most of that third quarter on the bench when she picked up her 4th foul early. So the Pilots' 2 leading scorers in Spencer and Slaga back out on the court, 71-59. Weber State on top. Brooks on the elbow, now driving to the basket, and a foul on the floor. So the former product of Indiana and Texas Tech, and leading all scorers tonight with 24 points. Timeout on the court. Ball lobbed into Adams on the inbounds, back to Brooks for another 3, and that's good. Larryn Brooks is 7 of 11 from three-point range tonight. And Weber State up big now, 73-59. Spencer kicks it cross court. Owens fakes the 3, now drives baseline. Owens get called for a charge. And when Portland had cut the lead to 5, but Weber State with some momentum now. And Larryn Brooks, a new career high 26 points. 10 of 17 from the field, 6 of 10 from three-point range. Quinn. Back out to Brooks, 15 on the shot clock, looking to drive against Anderson. Now along the baseline, the step back, the jumper from the corner is good for 2 more. That's a 2. And Brooks now with a game high 28. Anderson. Quinlan fakes the 3. Quinlan into the paint with the left hand, just throws up. A prayer and got bailed out with the foul call. She put up a no-look reverse shot. And the freshman from Hawaii will go to the line. Quinlan 0 for 2 on the season at the free throw line. Gets that one to go. Averaging 3.7 points per game. making her 10th appearance. So she's played in every game this year, has yet to start, and knocks that one down. Now the Pilots need some stops on defense. Still plenty of time here, under 7 to go. There's Emily Drake. Drake driving, lost the handle momentarily, got it back. Cut all along the baseline. Welch Coleman fakes the three. Now looking around, kicks it out. Drake hesitates on the elbow. That bounce pass is too strong, out of bounds. Turnover on Weber State, their 10th of the game. Matz swings it cross court. Here's Anderson. Anderson leading the way for Portland with 14 points. Hands it off to Matz. Matz looking to drive, spins into the paint. Throws up a turnaround, a little too strong. The ball loose. And it falls to Brooks, quickly ahead for Quinn. Quinn able to track it down in the corner. Welch Coleman. And a timeout called by Weber State. 6:16 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Weber State on top of Portland, 75-61. You watch Portland Pilots basketball. 6:16 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's Weber State on top of Portland, 75-61. Wildcats shooting 53% for the game. Portland at 36%. Quinn off the inbounds for three. That's no good. Quinn now 4 of 8 from downtown tonight. Matz trying to feed a bounce pass through to Owens on the break. And a kick ball will stay with Portland. And the leading scorer, Larryn Brooks, 28 points. She's 11 of 18 from the field, 6 of 10 from three-point range. The Pilots being led by Kate Anderson. She has 14 points. Anderson on 6 of 11 shooting. Here she is with the ball. Now skips across court. Quinlan, her jumper from 10 is no good. And the rebound pulled down by Weber State. Weber State trying to make it 8 straight wins against the Pilots. Leading the series 8-2 all time. Welch Coleman, good crossover into the paint, kicks it out. Drake fakes the three. 16 on the shot clock. Her path to the basket cut off. Back to Quinn on the perimeter. Larryn Brooks left open. Another long one is good. Brooks is 7 of 11 from three-point range. 12-9 for the game. Welch Coleman with a steal and 2 more. And Weber State turning it on now. And Portland had it down to just 5 points early on in this fourth quarter, but it's been all Weber State since. They lead it 80-61. Timeout on the court. Tough fourth quarter for the Pilots. They're 0 of 6 from the field. What once was a 5-point lead for Weber State is now a 20-point lead. There's a 19-point lead. And a foul on Welch Coleman. Weber State 53% for the game and 13 of 26 from three-point range. They were ranked 16th in the country coming into the game and made three-pointers per game at just over 9. 13 here this afternoon, and when they started 7 for 7, a nice feed by Matt, dumps it down low for Julie Spencer. And Spencer, who led Portland with 13 points in that loss to Boise State, now in double figures with 11. Welch Coleman to the basket, off the glass for 2, score the basket and a foul. Welch Coleman just 5'3". Great hang time. And the Wildcats' second leading scorer to the line. Chance for a 3-point play, just 4 points this afternoon. A 75% free throw shooter. Gets it to go, 83-63, 20-point lead. We have 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been Larryn Brooks, 31 points, a career high on 12 of 19 shooting. Spencer kicks across court. Matz around the perimeter. Anderson trying to dump it down low. That red as Drake got a piece of it and a turnover. Here is the leading scorer with the ball. Brooks off a screen. Now driving along the baseline and gets fouled. That's going to go on Spencer. Just her second foul. Kayla Watkins going to get set to check back in for Weber State. So Brooks, who spent 2013 and 14 at Indiana, then transferred to Texas Tech, where she averaged 9.3 points per game in 2016. Knocks down the free throw. 32 points tonight. Lisa Marie Kemp back in for the Pilots. Kemp having a nice game off the bench, 10 points and 4 rebounds. Free throw is good. 33 points for Larryn Brooks, the redshirt senior. Here's Matz. Matz splitting a double team. Left alone, she'll fire 3. That's no good. Kemp's putback is good for 2 more. Kemp with 12 points. Lisa Marie Kemp having a big game for Portland. Had 19 in the win over Willamette. And providing valuable minutes off the bench here tonight. Larryn Brooks fakes the 3. Watkins kicks it out. Welch Coleman, 14 on the shot clock, splits a double team. Quinn into the paint. Welch Coleman just inside the 3-point line. Long jumper is good for 2. (87-65). Owens left open on the elbow for 2. Owens' first basket of the game. The senior averaging 4.9 points per game. And a timeout taken by Weber State. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. So Weber State shooting 55% for the game, 13 of 26 from downrange. Weber State ball, under 4 to go. 20-point lead for the Wildcats. And Johnson back into the game wearing number 10 for Weber State. Here's Welch Coleman, 8 on the shot clock. Off a screen, kicks it out. Williams for 3, that's short. And that's out of bounds to the Pilots. Well, Portland will have one more non-conference game. It's this Wednesday, a rare midweek, midday game, a 1 o'clock start against St. Francis. And then it'll be BYU on December 28th at 7 o'clock to open up conference play. There's a foul away from the ball. BYU, one of the best programs in the West Coast Conference. So it'll be a key game to start conference play here on December 28th. And it's on the road for a pair at San Francisco and at San Diego. Owens off the glass, too strong. The putback by Spencer, no good. Quinlan's tip, can't get it to go. Kemp fighting for the rebound. 4th look for Portland. Kemp gets tied up, kicks it cross court. Matz fakes the 3. Quinlan skips it cross court to the near side. Owens trying to dump it down low to Kemp, and a foul. Great effort by the Pilots. 3 offensive rebounds. Dominique Williams picks up the foul, her 3rd. Pilots to inbound underneath the basket. Spencer right on her season average of 11 points. A turnaround, no good. And Welch Coleman with the rebound. She'll drive all the way to the basket, high off the glass, can't finish. And Owens with the rebound. Lone senior on the floor for Portland. Kemp kicks it around the perimeter. Josie Matz, the freshman. Kemp coming over to set a screen. Matz a step back 3, off the glass, too strong. Welch Coleman with the rebound. Rodriguez in the near court. Kicks across court. Welch Coleman for 3. That's no good. And the rebound to Spencer. Rodriguez steals the ball and lays it in for 2. What a heads-up play by Paulina Rodriguez, the sophomore. 89-67. And a new season high for Weber State in terms of points. They put up 87 in a loss at Oregon. Quinlan will try a 3. That's too strong. The ball tipped around. Quinlan gets the offensive rebound, then poked away, and it goes to Rodriguez. And a timeout taken by Weber State. We'll keep it right here. Just a 30 seconds. Melbourne, Australia. Under 2 to go here. Weber State on top. 89-67. The Wildcats looking to improve to 8-2 on the season. Rodriguez spinning along the baseline. Here's O'Brien. Kick back out to Williams. Williams cut off. 13 on the shot clock. Rodriguez. Double team. Kicks it out. Williams right wing for 3. In and out, no good. For the first time this game, Weber State below 50% from 3-point range. Here's Matz. at the free throw line to the basket. The floater, no good. Made a nice initial move, just couldn't get the finish. 1 minute left to go. Welch Coleman dumps it down low. O'Brien in that position. Ashley Gray picks up the foul. Gray had a big first half, 8 points. O'Brien at the line, making her 5th appearance of the season. This will be her first free throw attempts of the year. And calmly knocks it down. Sarah Zaragoza going to check back into the game for Portland. Zaragoza scoreless on the afternoon. One more for O'Brien. 91-67. Portland had cut a double-digit lead down to 5. They couldn't get any closer. Anderson off the glass, can't get the bank to go. Welch Coleman. 7 points on the afternoon for the point guard. Trying to split a double team, kicks it out. Rodriguez dumps it down low to O'Brien in the paint with the left hand. Zaragoza going to get called for the foul. Zaragoza picking up her first foul, and O'Brien right back to the line. Weber State has one more non-conference game. They'll be at Fresno State. Before they open up conference play on the road, they'll play 3 straight on the road at Idaho State, at Northern Arizona, at Southern Utah, before they finally play home conference game against Northern Colorado, but that's not until January 11th. There's a foul on the miss, so it'll come down to the other end, and that'll put Ashley Gray at the line. Gray is 60% free throw shooter. She was 2 of 4 at the line this afternoon. Now the Pilots won their first 3 games of the season, then a 4-game losing streak, with 2 of those by 6 points or less. Matz fakes the 3. And the floater's no good, but she is fouled. Portland rebounded with a win over Warner Pacific before that loss to Boise State last weekend. Matz to the line has had a nice game. 7 points for the freshman to go along with 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Matz now 4 of 5 at the stripe. And that free throw, good. Now Weber State is going to make it 8 straight wins against the Pilots. And they're going to improve to 8-2 overall. Portland is going to fall to 4-6. And 4-3 here at the Child Center. It was an exciting first half, but Weber State just too much in the end. The Wildcats win at 91-70 over Portland. We'll be back with you this Wednesday at 1 o'clock for the final non-conference game of the season, as Portland will take on St. Francis this Wednesday.